ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। गुकारस्वन्धकारो वै ऋकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः विषेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकृद्भ्यो नमः। ॐ प्रज्ञानां शुप्रतानैः स्थिरचरनिकरव्यापिभिर्व्याप्य लोकान् भुक्त्वा भोगान् स्तविष्टान् पुनरपि धिषणोद्भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् स्वपिति मधुरभुङ्मायया भोजयन्नः मायासङ्ख्यातुरीयं परम् अमृतमजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि। अमात्रः चतुर्थः व्यवहार्यः प्रपञ्चोपशमः शिवः अद्वैतः एवम् ओङ्कारः एव आत्मैव संविशति आत्मनात्मानं य एवं वेद इति माण्डुक्योपनिषत्। ओङ्कारं पादशो विद्यात् पादामात्रा न संशयः। ओङ्कारं पादशो ज्ञात्वा न किञ्चिदपि चिन्तयेत्। युञ्जीत प्रणवे चेतः प्रणवो ब्रह्मनिर्भयं प्रणवे नित्ययुक्तस्य न भयं विद्यते क्वचित्। प्रणवो ह्यपरं ब्रह्म प्रणवश्च परं स्मृतः अपूर्वोऽनन्तरो बाह्यः अनपरः प्रणवो व्ययः। सर्वस्य प्रणवो ह्यादिः मध्यमन्तस्तथैव च एवं हि प्रणवं ज्ञात्वा व्यश्नुते तदनन्तरम्। अमात्रः मात्रा यस्य न सन्ति सः अमात्रः। ओङ्कारः चतुर्थः तुरीयः आत्मैव केवलः अभिधान अभिधेयरूपयोः वाङ्मनसयोः क्षीणत्वात् अव्यवहार्यः। प्रपञ्चोपशमः शिवः अद्वैतः संवृत्तः एवं यथोक्तविज्ञानवता प्रयुक्तः ओङ्कारः त्रिमात्रः त्रिपादः आत्मा एव संविशति आत्मना स्वेनेव स्वं पारमार्थिकम् आत्मानं य एवं वेद परमार्थदर्शनात् ब्रह्मवित् तृतीयं बीजभावं दग्ध्वा आत्मानं प्रविष्टः इति न पुनर्जायते तुरीयस्य अबीजत्वात्. So the Upanishad summarizes, and this is a klipta vakya, the clinching statement that Upanishad is using to summarize the import of what it tries to reveal here. Ya evam veda, the one who knows like this, samvishati atmana atmanam, becomes one with Atma, enters Atma through Atma, or the Paratma, Paratma bhavena tishtati ityartha. So the one who cognizes this, becomes one with Paratma Swarupa. That is Samvishati Atmana Atmanam Ya Evam Veda. In this form, in this manner, the one who understands, cognizes, enters Paratma Bhava. And what is this Evam? Amatraha Chaturtaha Avyavaharyaha Prapanchopashamaha Shivaha Advaitaha Atma. This Evam Omkaraha Atma Eva is okay. It is basically saying Atma, Omkara is Atma. So that is the equation. But the crux of the statement is Avyavaharyaha Prapanchopashamaha Shivaha Advaitaha Atma. That which is beyond any Vyavahara, because it is not available for objectification. We will see, we have anyway seen from the Abhidhana Abhideya route, all the Abhidhanas, Akara, Ukara, Makare, Samvrittaha, right? All of them are comprised of, in Akara, Ukara, Makara, which is all Vaksamuha. Vachalambanam, Vikaro Namadheyam. We have seen everything, all the experience that you have collectively is Vak and the corresponding form, sound and form, right? Abhidhana Abhideya. And Abhidhana Abhideya Ekatvam is in this Atma. So we'll come to that. So therefore it is Avyavaharyaha. We'll broadly see what it means. Avyavaharyaha. It is not available for objectification. It is never an object of experience, but it is the subject of experience. So Avyavaharyaha. Vyavahara ayogyatvam is there in Atma. Prapanchopashamaha. So in the Atma or Brahman, the Prapancha is gone. It doesn't exist. The Upashama, the resolution or dissolution takes place. Takes place is a figurative expression. It means it's not there. It was never there. Prapanchopashamaha, Shivaha, Mangalaha, peace. It is where everything finally resolves. And it is absolute peace and Mangala. That's why in Pauranika terms, Shiva is shown as Mashanavasi. He is the one who is in the crematorium. Means what? All the things which are seen as Jagat, the Prapancha, it all dies, resolves. Therefore, Samhara, Srishti Sthiti Samhara means Shiva is for, so people don't understand. No, nowadays they say, oh, Shiva is Samhara Murti. So you should not pray to Shiva because he does Samhara. This is all, this Vishishtadvaitis and all, I have heard people talk like this. They say Shiva, Lord Shiva does Samhara, so that is why we pray to only Vishnu, because they're all notions, just a justification, right? Even there is a Siddhanta reason why there is that differentiation that Vishishtadvaitis and others bring in, because they don't accept Nirguna Ishvara from a Siddhanta perspective. That's all. It is not a Pauranika reason why they have a problem. It is so whatever, whether we accept that Siddhanta or not, but Their Siddhanta is the reason for them to say, because Nirgunatvam is not accepted in their Siddhanta for Ishvara. So they can't say there is, where is the Prapanchopashama, is what they will ask. Okay. Because Upashama doesn't happen, Vaikunta only is moksha, all that is their way of interpreting. Now, this samhara is like that. What is samhara? The Prapanchopashama is samhara. That's all. So Shiva means Mangalam. Shiva means Mangalam. In fact, the Nikandu in Amarakosha, it is Susretam, Bhadram, Shivam, Mangalam, Kalyanam. All that is Paryaya. So Shiva is Prapanchopashamaha Advaitaha, where there is no second. So it is not samhara was done by Shiva or something. This Upashama means there is the recognition of Brahman, Atma, makes you see the fact that there is nothing other than the Brahman. So in your understanding, the samhara has taken place. That's all. No actual samhara. That is why Bhashyakara said, Nahi Rajju Sarpayoho Viveke Rajwam Pravishtaha Sarpaha Buddhi Samskarat Punaha Purvavat Tad Vivekinam Uttasyati. How is the snake disappearing? Vivekat. Rajju Sarpayoho Viveke Rajwam Pravishtaha. The snake has entered into the rope through the removal of your ignorance. So has the samhara of Sarpa taken place now? In a sense, yes, the Sarpa has been killed. It's a figurative expression. The snake which was seen by you on the rope has now been killed. And it has gone back to the rope. So samhara has taken place, you can say. There is no actual samhara. So Kala Samhara Murti is what Shiva, again a Pauranika form, in a temple called Tirukkadayur in Tamil Nadu. Tamil people here will anyway know. So the time vanishes in Brahman. Space vanishes in Brahman. The wants, I want this, I like this, that is Kamadahana. Manmatha is burnt by Lord Shiva, means what? The Brahma Vastu, once he is saying this, no? Later on in the verse, Gaudapada says, Kritartatvat. So, na kinchidapi chintayet, something he says. We will see that. Basically, there is a kritartata. So, once a person gains this Turiyatma, there is no want. Likes and dislikes are gone. As in, it will be there, but the person doesn't like give importance to it because knows that is a kritakritya brahmatvat. You shouldn't ask a question, does Brahmajnani not like Rasagulla? That he may like Rasagulla, that is okay. The Rasagulla is a taste that the tongue may still taste fine, but is the longing there? Is the ragadvesha there? As in, does the person associate with that? Is what is the crux of it. So, what I am saying is the Kama Dahanam that we talk about is the same. There is no want in Brahmavastu. So, Kama Dahanam, that is what it is. So, but Pauranically, they will give some story. Manmatha came, he tried to, prick into Shiva's penance, disturb it. So he got up and through his third eye, he burnt Manmatha. Third eye is what? Jnanam only. The Jnanam, by recognizing Brahmavastu, the Brahma Atma, then you will say the Jnanam is for me or is for Brahman. How can Ishvara get Jnanam and then burn Manmata? See, the idea is it's not Ishvara getting Jnanam. If the third eye Jnanam, see, it is finally there is no Jiva, nor there is any Ishvara. Okay. All that is there is only Brahman. Now, to figuratively show that when you gain Jnanam, the Brahma Vastu destroys the Kama, Kala, space and all that. There is some story told, that's all. So the third eye opens and Kamadahanam takes place or took place. Similarly, Kala Samhara Murti. So the Kala, the time also is gone in Brahmavastu. Then Tripurari. So all these spatially also. So there is no space, there is no time, there is no want in Brahman. So he is Kala Samhara Murti. He is Kamahari, and Bhagavan is also Tripurari. There is no space. Sabahya Bhyantaro hi ajaha. All the outside, inside, everything is the same Brahman. Therefore, Prapanchopashama Shivaha Advaitaha. Amatraha Matra Yasyana Santi. And what is the Tamatra? Omkaraha Chaturtaha Turiyaha Atma Eva Kevalaha. So Atma only is the Amatra which is supporting the three Matras. Why Abhidhana Abhideya Rupayoho Vang Manasayoho Kshinatvat. So the Abhidhana Varga, which is Akara, Ukara, Makara, and all the later on things. Akara, Ukara, Makara, we have seen represents all sounds and all words. All words are sounds and all sounds are within Auma. Therefore, Abhidhana Varga is Auma. And Abhidhanas, all sounds are supported by what? They rest on what? On Brahma Vastu or Atma Vastu, which is the Turiya. They don't rest on silence. Okay? They rest on Atma. So we have seen that. Don't say it is silence. Okay, we can say Mauna Vyakya Prakritita, silence means Brahman. That is one way of saying it. Is not so, but generally if you say silent, it will mean Shunya. That's why if you want to say silence is Pujya, that's okay. If you want to say silence is Shunya, then it is not acceptable. But Bhashyakara clearly says Amatraha, Omkaraha, Chaturtaha, Turiyaha, Atma Eva, Kevalaha. So the Amatra is Atma because it supports Abhidhana Varga, Abhidhana Gana. And Abhideya also, which is all the forms corresponding to Abhidhana, that is Abhideya. So when I give a sound called tree, that sound associates itself with a form, which is Abhideya. And that Abhideyas are also on what? They are on Atma only. It is the Atma which gives existence to Abhideya. It is the Atma which gives existence to Abhidhana. But Atma is none of these. So the Abhidhana Abhideya Rupa Vang Manasayoho Kshinatvat, when they are dismissed. Again, you have to see another thing. This Abhideya, the entire Abhideya is looked at from a Samashti perspective. We are not talking this body, waken, this my waken means so and so Subramanian is awake now. Okay. Prajnaha, Vishwa, Taijasaha. All that is not about Subramanian. It is the Samashti Virat. So when we say Vekan, it is the Virat totality Samashti. And Hiranyagarbha, that is the Swapnasthana. And the third one, which is your Prajna, which is Sushuptasthana. In Samashti, all the experiences is Abhideya Rupa. Samashti includes Vyashti anyway. So that is manasa vyapara. This is vag vyapara. Vag vyapara is abhidana. Manasa vyapara is abhideya. And both rest on what? On Atma. And that is Omkara. It is both collective and none of them. Okay, all that is here is Brahman. So Akara, Ukara, Makara together is Omkara, but Omkara is none of those. Similarly, Brahman is none of what is experienced, but all that is experienced is Brahman. Therefore, Kshinatvat. This Kshaya happens because of the understanding. Because Vachalambanam, Vikaro Namadeyam, there is some name, some form, but if you look at the content, there is nothing in it except the Atmavastu. Kshinatvat avyavaharyaha prapanchopashamaha shivaha advaitaha samvrittaha evam yatokta vijnanavata prayuktaha omkaraha trimatrastripadaha atma eva. The one who has cognized this, have gained this knowledge, for that person Omkara is Atma, and it is the Trimatras are nothing but Omkara, Tripadas are nothing but Atma, Omkara is nothing but Atma. Therefore, all that is here is only Atma. When that is understood, Samvishati Atmana Svenaiva Swam Paramarthikam Atmanam. So, this individual Atma now recognizes that it is Paramarthatma, Paratma, Brahma. Pratyagatma becomes Paratma. Ya evam veda Paramartha darshanat Brahmavit Tritiyam Bijabhavam Dagdva. So what is it that is burnt? Does the first bhava, Pratama bhava, is what? Vishwa. Does the Vishwa get burnt? So when the Jnanam takes place, the whole world disappears. Does it happen like Virat? There is, the person doesn't see any sun, more moon, stars, wall, his own body, nothing is seen, only Brahman is seen. There is no, so he goes and hits against the wall because he hasn't seen the wall, no? Wall is there, but he goes and bangs on it because he can't see the wall. Only Brahman is seen. It doesn't happen like that. So which means the Virat Jagat that is seen, okay, only the difference, okay, the division is gone, but not the difference. So you can still see a wall and a moon and a sun and all that, but that they are separate from me is what is going to be gone with the jnana. So what is not Dagdam? The Pratama Bhavam, which is your Vishwa, is not Dagdam. Then Dvitiya Bhava is what? Taijasa. That is also not burnt. But what is burnt is the Tritiyam Bija Bhavam. What is in the seed form? Avidya is in the seed form, Ajnanam. Ajnanam alone is gone because that is the only thing which separates you from being the total, being Brahman. That Ajnana, which is the Tritiya, the Bija Bhava, Dagdva, burning that Atmanam Pravishtaha iti, na punarjayate, doesn't come back. The ignorance once gone is always gone. It doesn't come back. The moment you know something is something clearly, when there is clarity, then it doesn't again come and cover you. So he says, Nahi Rajju Sarpayoho Viveke Rajvam Pravishtaha Sarpaha Buddhi Samskarat Punaha Purvavate Tad Vivekinam Uttasyati. Doesn't come back. There is no Punarjanma. Samhara has taken place. The Kala Samhara Murti has come and done Samhara of your Ajnana. Because Ishvara Anugraha Deva Pumsam Advaita Vasana and Jnanam also. Jnanam also, you need grace for it to take place. Because No great guru can ensure that the Shishya gains jnana. No. Grace has to be there. The greatest of, see, because it's not only dependent on the teacher, no. Of course, you need to have the right teacher, right guru. That is fine. But adhikaritvam of the on the part of the student is also essential. To some extent, guru can help. Okay, the grace is there. What is guru's grace? The many types of grace, no. Guru's teaching is the greatest grace. Okay, the Guru Bani. So in Sikhism, there is Guru Bani, no. Guru Bani is what they keep. So in those, Swamiji used to say, in those days, when the Sikhism as a religion, as a thing was formed, they were supposed to be in the forests with that kirpan and all that, like the ayudas, to protect the Hindu community from invading, people, the invaders. So they used to wander in forest. So they can't take all these murtis, idols into forest and worship. So the Guru Bani was given as the form to worship. The word of Guru. That Guru Bani, that's why Guru Granth Sahib, they say, that whole Eki Omkar and all that. So that Guru Bani is a grace, the word of Guru. And then Guru also can help in Upasana and all that. And then by doing some Seva, you get some Punya, Chitta Shuddhi, all that is fine. But beyond that, what can a Guru also do? The individual Sishyas, Adhikaritvam is also essential. So by just say, Guru cannot ensure that Sishya gains jnana. The Guru can follow the Sampradaya and reveal all that. But that grace, that is why Ishvara Anugraha Deva Pumsam Advaita Vasana, it says, then Jnanam also Ishvara Anugraha only. That grace only makes you see this. And once that Jnanam is there, this Ajnanam once gone, it doesn't come back. Now it's Punar Purvavate Tad Vivekinam Na Uttasyati. It doesn't come back. Mandamadhyamadiyam tu Pratipanna Sadhaka Bhavanam Sanmargagaminam Sanyasinam Matranam Padanam Cha Klipta Samanya Vidam Yatavad Upasyamanam Omkaraha Upasyamanaha Omkaraha Brahma Pratipattiye Alambani Bhavati. If that hasn't happened, then you can use this also for meditation. Okay, so you can superimpose in your mind all the Vakan into Akara, all the Samashti Hiranyagarbha into Ukara, all the Vakan into Akara, and the Karana into Makara, and then do a contemplation until this Jnanam, again when you do Shravana, takes place. Tata cha vakshati asramastra vidaha ityadi. So we saw this, but it was important, so I kind of repeated. Iti Mandukya Upanishad samapta. With this, Upanishad is over, but this Agama Prakarana continues for a few more shlokas, and then the other three Prakaranas further expounds. Atrete shlokaha bhavanti. The other shlokas are Omkaram Padasho Vidyat Padamatrana Samshayah. Omkaram Padasho Jnatva Na Kinchidapi Chintayet. These are basically repeat explanation. I wouldn't even call them explanation. It's just some verse form. Whatever is in the Agama is said here. Omkaram Padasho Vidyat. Know it quarter by quarter, pada by pada. Purvavat atra ete shlokaha bhavanti. Shruti Vakyas are further explained through the shloka is what Bhashyakara says. Yatoktehi Samanyehi Padaha Eva Matraha. The same Samanatva, that was already told. The Atva Vijnanat, all that, right? So Atvam Samanyat, Vishwa is same as Akara, all that, right, was said. Utkrishtatvat, Utva Samanyam, all that was said. So Etoktaihi Samanyaihi Padaha eva matraha, matrascha padaha, the matra and pada are equivalent. Tasmat Omkaram Padashaha Vidyati Ityartaha. Know the Omkara, what each pada and matra correspond to. You need to understand that way. Evam Omkare Jnate Drishtartam Adrishtartam va na kinchidapi prayojanam chintayet kritartatvat ityartaha. This is what I was saying. Kritartata, having accomplished. That's what Bhagavan says, no, in Gita. Tasya karyam na vidyate. The one who has gained this jnanam, there is nothing to be done. Because yavanartha udapane sarvada sampludotake tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha. Again, Gita only. So whatever you have to gain is already gained in gaining the Brahman. There's nothing to gain. See, what makes you look for something? Because you feel separated from it. That separation you want to remove. There is a pain of separation, right? I want a latest model of television or a phone. Not having it makes me separated from it. So I feel incomplete without it. So there is a pain. There is a dissatisfaction. Now by acquiring it, now I feel fulfilled. Similarly, when I don't know something, there is suppose a mathematics problem is there and I haven't found the solution for the problem, my mind is disturbed. Once I get this answer, then I'm happy. Vidyananda, Vidya Sukham. Why? Because again the separation through ignorance. I couldn't bear. No, I gained it. Okay. So there is a happiness. So what is the predominant cause of problem is separation. And once that separation is gone, you are happy. Okay. That is karyam is why do you act? You act because you want to remove those separations. That is why the karyam is anything which is karma is being done, kriya is being done because you want to remove the separation from things which you don't have. Ragadvesha is because of you want to keep something, you want to remove something, you have to gain something. These are the reasons why you are acting. But by gaining Brahman, you have gained everything. Whatever you want to gain, you know you are already the same. And by the gain of anything, what sukha you will get, you will recognize that it is your own, the sukha or anandam is in your own self. It is your own self's ananda that you are experiencing in the form of any other happiness. Priya Moda Pramoda. This Priyam, Modam, Pramatri, this Taittiriya Upanishad talks about it. No, there's three kinds of ananda. All that is, what is the source of all the happiness is your own Swarupa only. Because this separation from any object or from a knowledge, the moment it goes away, what happens? You temporarily suspend all your other wants and you feel relaxed. You buy one new model of phone which you are looking for. The moment you get it, what happens? You are momentarily suspending all other wants and you are enjoying that moment. What is enjoying that moment? You are at ease with yourself. When you go to a place of natural scenery, what do? While you see, oh, so beautiful, and then you just suspend all your other wants and you just are relaxing in yourself. So whenever you feel the moment of joy, just analyze that moment. You will recognize that you are just falling back on yourself. That's why deep sleep also is an enjoyment for you. Because the source of happiness you can figure out is always for yourself. So the person who gains this knowledge recognizes there is nothing separate from oneself. and the source of happiness is oneself and is rooted in oneself. So kritarthatvam. He doesn't need to do anything now. Kritakrityaha. Whatever has to be done is already done, because the fruit of what is being done, what needs to be done is what? To gain happiness only. And that happiness is your own Swarupa. You already have gained it. So there is a kritakrityata or kritartatva. This Atma Vastu is kritartha. Therefore, drishtartam, adrishtartam va, na kinchidapi prayojanam chintayat is chintayati. Basically, the person doesn't see any prayojana, meaning in what? In things which are known and unknown. I want to go to Swarga. And what will you do there? Relax. I will peacefully be in Swarga because I won't age anymore. My body will not be paining. I won't have back pain. So I will be happy, relaxed in Swarga. Finally, what? You want to relax in yourself only. So the drishta, that is adrishtartha. Today I haven't seen Swarga. However great it can be, what is it finally going to give you? Maybe there is gold everywhere. There is an air-conditioned comfort. Okay. Finally, what? You have to relax in yourself, right? Whether you have this kind of an AC or that kind of a room, it doesn't matter how much money you spend on the bed. Finally, what gives you happiness is the sleep. If you don't have sleep, any amount of money you spend on the bed doesn't matter. But if you have a good sleep, even if you are sleeping on a floor, it didn't matter. So what is the final thing? It is, are you able to be yourself? Relax in yourself. Therefore, drishtartam adrishtartam va na kinchidapi prayojanam chintayet. And that resting in oneself cannot come through just meditation and this kriya and that kriya and all, because those are temporary. Things will disturb you. By just going into nirvikalpa samadhi also, something will disturb you and you will come out of it. Even Vishwamitra was disturbed by Menaka, right? So means what? You are, any amount of meditation and this and that doesn't take you there. But in the presence of Menaka also, if you are Brahman, then nothing can disturb you. That is the Tatparya. So Jnanam only can liberate you, because even in the presence of any amount of stress yielding things, stress creating things around you, that's called Sahaja Samadhi, no? Even when you are walking in a crowded street, different types of people, different situations, you see all that is Brahman. Because entire Virat is Brahman. Entire Taijasa is Brahman. Hiranyagarbha is Brahman. So entire Samashti is Brahman. So you are not, what is there to disturb you? Nothing. He's going to say that. Nabhayam vidyate kvachit. In the next verse itself. Yunjita pranave chetaha. Pranavo brahma nirbhayam. Pranave nitya yuktasya. Nabhayam vidyate kvachit. Yunjita samadadhyat. Yunjita satatam. In Gita also it says, right? Yunjita yogam yunjita. This is what that Gita verses. Here yunjita samadadhyat. Samadhi. May you dwell in what? Yatavyakyate paramartha rupe. In the pranavartha rupa. What is that pranavartha rupa? Brahma vastu. What is that pranave? So pranava is Brahman. So pranava has become now an abhidanam for Brahma. That's why hereafter, having heard this Mandukya, the moment the sound Om is said in any context, it will take you to Brahman. Om Ganeshaya Namaha means Ganesha, which is nothing but Om, or Om in the form of Ganesha, I am prostrating to. It is the Brahman which is now I am seeing as Ganesha. Om Bhavaya Namaha means it is the Brahman which is in the form of existence I am prostrating to. Om Shri Matre Namaha. The Brahman which is in the form of the mother for all existence I am prostrating to. See, it becomes meaningful now. It is a Brahman which is mother. It is a Brahman which is Ganesha. It is Brahman which is the existence. So in anything we do, that is why the cultural alignment to the Shruti vision is so important. So you don't have to separate Vedanta from what you are doing. It's just that what you are doing becomes more meaningful in life. So this Omkara, that is why everywhere Omkara is. In anything you say, you start with Om. It's Brahma, Brahma, Brahma. You don't need anything else. Om is enough. That's why for sannyasis, we were talking, I don't know, in Gita or this Mandukya. For sannyasis, Sandhya Vandana, everything is resolved into Om. Because there is no, it's Nirguna Vastu, right? That is what a sannyasi is focused on, not Sagunam. So Om is enough. So Paramartha Rupe Pranave Samadadhyat. That's why, see, these Visishtadvaitis are saying, oh, this sannyasa you shouldn't do. Only Tridandi you can do. Sandhya Vandana cannot be given up. Yavat Jivam Agnihotram Juhuyat. This Yavat Jiva Shruti is there. So you can't give up. But here, see this. Yunjita Samadadhyat Yada Vyakhyate Paramartha Rupe Pranave Chetaha. Completely resolve your mind in Pranava, which is Brahman. It is said. This is also Vakya, no? This is not directly Shruti, but it's based on Shruti. That's the sannyasa. Sannyasa is everything else is this Yavat Jiva Shruti and all, only until Jivatvam is there. Vyavahara, if you are involved in, then you have to do all that. But here you are in a contemplative state. You are not doing any more. What is Sandhya Vandana doing? It is only removing your papa. Ratri Kritam Papam, this Anni Kritam Papam, all that, right? So in the daytime, whatever papa has done, so in the evening, you are saying, let that papa go away. So whatever in the Ratri papa you have done, morning you are praying that, let it go away and having all that. So that is what, so and then you have japa and dhyana and all that. Because for you to do vyavahara, you are saying, give me the right kind of capability to make decisions. Diyaha prachodayat. So it's a prayer. But sannyasi is not, after all this, not even, he is not involved in doing some action. There is no, there is no ambition there. There is no, there is no want to make changes. I want to change the world. I want to create more disciples. Nothing. Not supposed to be there for a sannyasa. So what is the pursuit? Resolving into Brahman. Samadadhyat. Pranave. So in Brahman, the person wants to resolve. Then why Sandhya Vandana and all that? Focus on Pranava. Within that, everything is already resolved. Whatever you are looking at this Nitya Karma, the intent is to get to this Pranava only, no? That is the objective for which you are doing that. Now that you are fully into this pursuit as a Vividisha Sannyasi, Samadadhyat, Yatha Vyakhyate, Paramartha Rupe, Pranave Chetaha Manaha. Bhashyakara. These are the definitions of sannyasa. From this only, this Dashanami sannyasis and all that should have come up. Whether Acharya himself created that or some people later on, it doesn't matter. But root of it is this kind of statements, no? Samadadhyat yata vyakhyate paramartha rupe pranave chetaha manaha. Put your mind in that. Yasmat pranavaha brahma nirbhayam. Because it is the pranava which is Brahman and it is nirbhayam. See, Brahma is what? Is an abhidanam for vastu. Pranava also is abhidanam for vastu. You can call the vastu as Brahma or vastu. See, you have to still use some word. So long as that word is revealing what the Surupa is, you can use it. So Brahma means the same, Pranava means the same, Sat means the same. In fact, Agni, Varuna, all kinds of words are used by Shruti. Nirbhayam. There is no bhaya. Bhaya means something will go. What leads to bhaya for you? What is the cause of fear? That something will be taken away from me. Some bad thing will fall on me. I am limited. I am time-wise limited. I will become non-existent. All that is fear. My body will pain. See, pain, that all that, right? Shitoshna, you can't avoid. These are dvandvas. That's why Bhagavan also says, dvandva sahishnutvam has to there. Okay. So you have to bear with them. There is nothing you can do. But beyond those, everything else is all in the mind only. Because of your mental separation is the reason for fear. So once you recognize all that is here is Brahman, there is nothing else. So where is the source of fear? You have nothing to lose, nothing to gain. You are already gained. So anything can happen to this body, fine. And it can create some pain for this body. Yeah, you can't deny that. So Nirbhayam, Surupa is the source of Nirbhayatvam. Nahi tatra sadayuktasya bhayam vidyate kvachit. Sadayuktasya, when one is totally open to Brahma, always cognizant of Surupa, there's no separation. Sadayuktasya, that's a nishtha. The Sadayukta is the nishtha. Brahmanishtham, Shrotriyam Brahmanishtham, Gurumeva Abhigachyat. Srutivakya is there. So this Brahmanistha is what? Sadayuktatvam is how Bhashyakara phrases that. Always united. Because this can again create confusion. Yukta means what? Two things coming together only you can say Yukta. Sadayukta. You are Jiva, you have become together with Brahman. That is not the thing here. You have completely removed the ignorance and any swabhavika pravritti also. Sometimes the knowledge takes place, but it is not available to you all the time. So that problem is because there is a swabhavika pravritti, habitual reasons. That's why Nididhyasana is prescribed. So Nididhyasana removes all that habitual disturbances, and you are all the time in every vyavahara. There is you are aware, the knowledge is available to you. That is sadayuktasya. That is sadayuktatvam. It's not sayujyam and all that. Samipyam. This yoga. So that's why sayujyam, samipyam, all that is a problem again. Sadayukta means again there have to be at least two, and they have to come together. There's not two. You are Brahman, that's it. So where is a sadayukta? Brahmanishtham is what it means. Bhayam na vidyate kvachit. Vidwan na bibeti kutaschaneti. Yato vacho nivartante apraapya manasa saha anandam brahmano vidwan na bibeti kutaschaneti. From nothing is the source of fear. Because whatever that kutaschana is Brahman only. Udaramantaram kurute atatasya bhayam bhavati. But there is no antara, therefore there is no fear. Pranavo hyaparam brahma pranavascha param smritaha Apurvo Anantaro Bhakyaha Anaparah Pranavo Vyayaha Pranavo hi aparam Brahma Pranavascha param smritaha. So this Atma, which is Pranava, is the Apara Brahma. It is the Parabrahman also. This is Apara Brahma, Apara Brahma, Karana Brahma, Karya Brahma, Saguna Ishvara, Nirguna. It's all the same. So these two things always, I was telling in Gita class also, no? This Parabrahman is what is called Shiva. That in the last concluding thing, Shivam was said, no? That is Parabrahma. This Aparabrahma is Sagunam, along with all the guna. That is what we call as Vishnu. Narayanaha, Paravyakta, Dandamavyakta Sambhavam. So this, when it is, the Brahman is seen from a creation perspective, that is Saguna Ishvara, Saguna Brahma or Ishvara. That is Apara Brahma. Parabrahma is what is Shiva. So I was telling in the Gita class yesterday also that Sarvam Vishnumayan Jagat is for Apara Brahma, because Sarvam is there, Jagat is also there, Vishnumayam is Vyaptam. Vyapnoti iti Vishnu. So Brahmana Vyaptam idam Sarvam Jagat. But when you say Shivamayam, we don't say Sarvam Shivamayam Jagat. We don't say that. Just say Shivamayam. Because there Mayat is a, so this Mayat there also, it's a little, so again this Mayat has multiple meanings, no? Prachuryartha and all that. Anyway, let's not get to that detailed discussion on it now. But the point is, the Apara Brahma and Parabrahma distinction is very clear in Shastra as well as in the religious connotations of how we look at these things. So in Shiva Shakti, we separate. Shakti is Maya. That is completely separated from Shiva. That's why in temples you will see Lingam only is there, because it is Parabrahma. There is no attributes. It is so. I think I don't know which class I was saying. They, after building so elaborate temples and sculptures and all that, why are they not keeping the main sanctum sanctorum shrine? The deity has no form. Some beautiful sculptures and golden Utsava Murtis and this and that, golden doors. Go to Kashi Vishwanath, no? The whole, there is all big temples. But the main deity is this small one stone, that's it. Because it is, Parabrahma is Nirguna. And that is separated from Shakti. Again, there the Amba is like full glory, jewels and this and that. That is Saguna. There is a separation. But in the case of Mahavishnu, they are together. Because it's Saguna Ishvara. Here the Maya is separated from the Sat and shown separately in Shiva temples. You go to Vishnu, it is all together. Because it is Avara Brahma, Saguna Brahma. That's why in some of the other Sampradayas also, when there is no, they don't accept Saguna, I was telling earlier in this session, since they don't accept Nirgunatvam at all, that is why they say we don't believe in Shiva, we don't go to Shiva temple and all that, because their Siddhanta doesn't lend itself to recognize that kind of Tatparya. Anyway, coming back, Parapare Brahmani Pranavaha Paramartataha Kshineshu Matrapadeshu Paraha Eva Atma Brahma iti Na Purvam Karanamasya Vidyate iti Apurvam. Okay. So Pranavo Hyaparam Brahma Pranavascha Param Smritaha. So this Pranavaha is Brahma. It's an Abhidanam. Like Brahma, Brahma also is Abhidanam. Whatever is the Abhidheyam for the Brahma Pada, that is same for Pranava. The Parapare Brahmani Pranavaha. The Parabrahman also is Pranava. Aparabrahman also is Pranava. Paramartataha Kshineshu Matrapadeshu Parayeva Atma Brahmeti. Okay. Aparabrahman is clear. in pranava because there is the sound variation. Okay, a, u, ma, and even the abhideya, which is padaha, Vishwa Tejasa Prajnaha or Virat Hiranyagarbha and Ishvara, there also the differentiation is clear. Sagunatvam. Okay. Now, Kshineshu Matra Padeshu. When, so it is Apara Brahma, Pranava being Apara Brahma is clear. But in Turiya, when the differences are gone, Kshineshu Matra Padeshu, okay, when the differences of Avuma and Vishwatejasa Prajna is gone and the Nirguna Vastu, which is the Atma, which is supporting all of them, when that cognition has taken place, that is Parabrahma, Parayeva Atma Brahmeti. Pranavohi Aparam Brahma, Pranavascha Param. The same Amatra Omkara is Parabrahman. That with Matra, it is Aparabrahman. So it's all same. It is the Brahman only. It is not, Aparam doesn't mean one is lesser than the other. Okay. Both are equal. So when the standpoint of Jagat, it is Aparabrahman. From the standpoint of Vastu, it is Parabrahman. That's it. From the standpoint of pot is clay. It is a clay pot. From the standpoint of clay, there is no pot. There is only clay. So you don't have to say clay. So you can, from a clay world, you can say clay pot, then clay lid, clay jar, clay this thing, clay that thing, whatever. But from standpoint of clay, only thing you have to say is clay. You don't have to add pot, what. There is no pot. From clay standpoints, where is pot? It was clay, it is clay, it will be clay. That's why Shivamayam doesn't need any other qualification. But pot, lid and all, you have to say it is clay pot. That's why Sarvam Vishnumayam Jagat. So Vishnu and Shiva are same. We have watched. So actually, there's no difference. No. Finally, you are saying all that is there is only clay. But because you are seeing the world, you are saying it is the Brahman which is in this form of world, so you call it as Vishnu. If you, from a Sat perspective, you don't see the world at all, so it is Shiva. So there is no Harihara Beda here. Again, we are not saying one is greater, one is lesser. It's just, it's a model to understand it. See, the whole thing is to recognize Brahman, that's it. Then all this became religious fights, this god, that god and all, without understanding what it was originally meant to be. Anyway, so some acharyas also have contributed to this, right? See, that's the problem. Apurvo, Anantaro, Abhakyo, Anaparaha, Pranavaha. So if we say that, then they'll say you are very rigid and all that, right? But to understand, we have to still talk about it. Otherwise, how will you understand? They say something which confuses you. Okay. So somebody has to tell, no, what it is. So if they get hurt because of this, what can we do? So, but there's nothing to get hurt. It's all the same. But then they have a view. See, Ramanuja himself got hurt because he felt Shastra is putting down Vishnu and all that. No, Nirgunam means Vishnu is not there. Is what how they interpret. But all this is all models only. No, all this Vishnu and all is what we created. Shruti doesn't directly say that. It's all for the Tatparya. Rishis have created this kind of frames for people to, it's all to take to Brahman. That's all. Na purvam karanamasya vidyate iti apurvam. Na purvam, purvam means karanam. There is no cause which creates Brahman. Therefore, apurvaha, anantaraha. There is no other jati. There is nothing other than Brahman. Anantaraha, na asya antaram binna jatiyam kinchit vidyate. There is no sajatiya, vijatiya, swagata beda in Brahma. Therefore, anantaraha, abhahyaha, bahyamanyatna vidyate. There is no outside. Outside is also seen in the same cognition. Inside also is cognized. It is also an object of knowledge. Inside is an object of knowledge. Outside is an object. So it's all reference. With reference to this body, this is outside. With reference to this body, this is inside. Both the outside and inside are cognized within the same mind. So it is all only standpoints. But both of them, Bahyaha, Antaraha, are both within the mind only. Aparam karyamasya na vidyate iti anaparaha. Aparam means karyam. Purva means karanam. So Brahman doesn't create any effect. No, but you say the world is formed of Brahman, but there is no world. There is no karyam. So the ghata is not a mrit karyam. Clay hasn't become pot. Clay remains clay. So there is no karyam. Iti anaparaha. Sabahyabhyantaro hi ajaha. Saindava ganavate prajnana ganaha ityarthaha. He quotes Sabahyabhyantaro hi ajaha. We'll see in next class. Saindava ganavate, like a salt in the ocean. Where does salt exist in the ocean? In this end or that end, or at the bottom or at the top? Anywhere you taste this ocean, there is salt. It is pervaded. Similarly, prajnana ghanaha means consciousness pervades everything. There is nowhere there is no conscious. There is nothing which is away from it. Like the salt in the ocean, it pervades. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.